I think it's time we talk about a bitch got engaged. Oh my god. This is probably the craziest video I think I've ever filmed because it's still so surreal to me. Like, I don't even know where to start with like telling you guys, but I feel like YouTube is my favorite family out of all my social media communities. YouTube is just so kind. I feel like I've got relationships with you guys on here because it just feels more intimate. I just feel like we chit chat, and I just wanted to talk to you guys and give you guys the tea, the juicy details of everything that happened and how it happened, and I'm just really excited to talk about it and share it with you guys. So if you do enjoy this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, comment, subscribe, follow me over on Instagram and TikTok. It is just Jessica. Okay, so we went to the Maldives. I treated him for his birthday to a Maldives trip. So like this was like a couple of months after his birthday. So we went to the Maldives and the weather was insane. I've got a great tan, but I'm peeling. Like, I'm peeling at the moment. So this is why I look a little bit. And I've washed my hair and I'm still a little bit jet lagged. This is like the day after I've come back, but I just wanted to like tell you everything while it's all like fresh in my head, while it's all new, and get this video up so I can just like tell you guys all about it. So we got there and everyone always says to me like, was you expecting it, all of this? And he wasn't really acting strange or anything at first, but we always said like we were that couple that when we met, we've been like intense from the moment we met. We've been like full on, like when we met each other, because we got sort of hooked up by friends. After like 20 minutes we were like snogging each other's faces off. We were drunk but that's probably like terrible. Obviously we both went home because we met on a night out. We were all supposed to go for dinner. That's how we were supposed to get set up. I was out for one of my friend's 30th, and my friend who is with my fiance's friend was like, oh, did you want to meet him tonight? Because we're going out, we're all going out, like, do you want to come and meet him? And I was like, oh my god, like, do I? Because I kept saying no. I was like, no, I'm not interested in men, I don't like men and all this. Like, not that I don't like men, but I'd just been hurt so many times and I was like, no, like, but then because I was drunk and I was out for my friend's 30th, I probably had a bit of Dutch courage, and I was like, okay, cool, like, come on, let's go and meet him. And I was so, okay, whatever. So I went and met them, and yeah, it was just like instant. It was so bizarre. I've never really had that with anybody before, like, ever. So it was just kind of crazy. It was just instant. And then, like I say, after like 20 minutes he was like, he leant in for a kiss and he was like, I'm super drunk. And I could tell he was like super shy, and I just thought that was really endearing, that he was like really shy and he was just so it was just really sweet to me. And then I was like, right, okay, like, I've had a lot to drink, I'm gonna go home. So I went home, and then like the next day we were all off because it was like a weekend. They all wanted to meet up again, and I was like, oh my god, like, what should I do? So, and this was like in the summer last year, so I was like, why don't I do like a barbecue at my house or something? And that was quite a big move to me, for me to invite people, but because it was my friend's partner and stuff like that, and he's such an amazing person, like, and obviously I trust my friends and my friend's judgment in that, I was like, okay, like, you know, like, have these people over. And we had like a barbecue with our friends and a couple of their friends, and we had like a really fun night. Been inseparable ever since, and now it's nearly 8 months, so it'll be 8 months on the 9th of April. We've just been inseparable ever since we met each other, other than like when I go to work, and it's just always been so easy. It's just been so nice and calm and easy. It just feels right. And I always used to say to people like, how do you know? Like, and they used to just say, you just know when you know, like, you just know. And I never used to really believe that, but then after meeting him I was like, okay, I get it now. I get it. So I paid for him to come to the Maldives for his birthday, and we just had the best time, and he was just like loving life and all that. But the one day, so it was the second day we were there, he was like, just seemed really anxious and nervous, and it was just a bit like, what's wrong? But because we'd booked to go to the underwater restaurant later that evening, he was like, oh, I'm just getting a bit worried about like going to an underwater restaurant, like I feel a bit nervous and stuff like that. And I was like, what? Like, I just thought, oh, okay, like maybe. But he'd been really stressed from kind of like the moment we got to the Maldives, he was speaking to the front desk, and was like trying to book us this private beach dinner, which is like, it looks like a Love Island moment with like its hearts, all candles, like it's all romantic, special. So expensive, by the way, so expensive. But he was desperate to book this dinner, and he was getting so like upset because it was like fully booked. And I was like, babe, don't worry, like we're in the Maldives, like who cares, like, you know, we'll just go to the underwater restaurant, because I'd been to the underwater restaurant there before, because I'd been once before. And he's like, yeah, I know, but I just really wanted to do this. So I was like, oh, okay. But anyway, we then just spent the day on the beach and just chilled and all of that. And then later that night, he was just sweating, like dripping of sweat. Like even in the room where we had the aircon where it was cool, he was just dripping of sweat. And he was like, I'm gonna have to bring a towel out and all this. And I was like, what's going on? Like, why are you so anxious? Like, but I didn't really say it to him because I just felt a bit like, I didn't want to embarrass him. Like, I'm not that type of person to make somebody feel silly. But in my head I was thinking, why is he sweating? Like, why is he so anxious? But I was just like, oh, it's fine. Like, you know, the restaurant's lovely. Like, don't feel any kind of way, blah, blah, blah. Anyway, we then go up. He was like, let's go and watch the sunset. So let's go up early, get ready and go down for the sunset. So I was like, okay. Yeah, we went down. We had a couple of drinks. We got like some Prosecco. We paid for some Prosecco because that wasn't included in like the all-inclusive. So we paid for some Prosecco. And we were just watching the sunset. And he was like, oh, should we go for a walk along like the boardwalk where like the water villas were? And I was like, oh, okay, yeah, like let's go for a walk. And then like, he was just so nervous, and like I guess then you kind of think, is something gonna happen? Because what I was gonna say in the beginning of the video was like about us being so intense is we spoke about marrying each other and having kids after like day 4 or 5. Like we were like, we want to get married, we want to have kids, we want to do this and that. Like we've been quite intense from the beginning. So it's not like we'd never spoken about marriage before. Like we'd spoke about all this, like we'd spoke about like we wanted to get married. Like, and me being like 31, well I was 30 when I met him, I was like, look, I'm in my 30s, I'm not dating to, you know, just have a situationship. I want to get married, I want to have kids, I want to build a family, empire, all this. So we was on the same page anyway. That was like when we went for our first date. He does make moments really special. Like our first date, we went to a rally in Birmingham where we watched the sunset, expensive food, and we bought loads of drinks and stuff like that. So he does make like proper effort. And anyway, we were walking down the boardwalk and he just like stops in front of me and he's like, I've got like a speech. And I was like, okay. And oh my God, I'll read you guys this speech because I asked him to send me the speech because he said he kept trying to memorize the speech, but he was like, I was so nervous. He was like, that I just couldn't forget it. So he wrote it down on his phone. So he said, from the moment I met you, my life changed in ways I never expected. You've brought me more joy, more love and more laughter than I ever knew was possible. Every day with you is an adventure and every moment reminds me of how lucky I am to have you by my side. You are my best friend, my greatest love and my safe place. Today, standing here with you, I know one thing for certain, I never want to face a day without you. I want to share every sunrise, every challenge. Oh God, it makes me emotional. And every beautiful moment with you for the rest of our lives. So with all my heart, I ask you, will you marry me? Honestly, I cried so many times when we got engaged and other people were crying and cheering. I'll put the video of it after because people actually recorded it and sent it me, because he tried to get people to record it. He asked somebody basically to record it for him because he was like, I know what you're like, I know you would have wanted this for your social media and just for you to keep and stuff like that. So I'll put the recording on after for those of you, because I know some of you don't have me on Instagram but you've been seeing in the comments and that. So I'll put like that, and I'll put like some pictures on and stuff at the end as well for you. But yeah, I was like, oh my God. And then he just got this box out, got down on one knee, and then like I was like, yes, and I was crying, and then I was like, wait, hold on, did my dad say it was okay? And he was like, of course your dad said it was okay. Do you think I was gonna ask you without asking your dad? And I was like, oh my God, because he knows like my dad's my best friend and like my dad's like the most important person in my life. So it was like super important, like, you know, and him and my dad got on so well, like they just respect each other so much. So just knowing that my family like all was like yes for it, like I was like, oh my God, thank God. And I called everybody after, everybody was crying, my sisters were crying, my mom's crying, like my dad apparently was welling up because my dad asked me to send him Tyler's speech. And yeah, it's just everybody, like my friends were crying, my friend Grace was crying on the phone, and like everybody was making me cry there because I kept crying, and I was crying throughout the night. We went to the underwater restaurant, I was crying at the underwater, but like happy tears. But you know when you're so overwhelmed, like when we went to the underwater restaurant later, I couldn't eat. I had to give him, he could now eat because all of his stress had gone, because he wasn't eating on the holiday properly because he was so stressed and nervous because he's a really shy person. And me, I was like eating well, and then I was like too overwhelmed and I couldn't eat at all. So like he was eating all my food in the underwater restaurant. I basically wasted all that food, all that money as well, and it was expensive. So that was perfect as well, finishing it off. Yeah, oh sorry, so we had the sunset in the background as well. So the sunset was lovely. It was perfect. We got beautiful pictures. Like I said, I'll put some pictures. We got some really, really, really nice pictures. I was like, oh my God, like this is like the perfect ring for me. I find it so elegant and it's so cute. I need to get it insured, so it's a whole carat white gold, so I need to get it insured because it's terrifying me. It's terrifying me having it on, but like thank God it fits, it's perfect. Yeah, so then we went to the underwater restaurant and they were like topping our drinks up, like, and we were just drinking and we were having the best time. We were laughing, you know, like when you're just so loved up, like you're just in your little love bubble. Like we were just so happy and laughing, and we just got so drunk. And then we went back and we met some of our friends and we were all drinking with them, and then everybody sort of had an early night, and me and my fiance were like, let's party, like this is our night. So we went, and then we found like karaoke in the hotel, and we were doing karaoke with like random people. Me and him were doing a slow dance like in front of like people that were cheering us on, and that we were dancing to Elvis Presley, Can't Help Falling in Love with You. It was so funny, like, and he's not a dancer, I'm not a dancer, we're both quite shy like that. So it was so much fun. And we got back and we were just laughing. Like the next day we were like, oh my God, we were drunk, like, but like really innocent drunk, like just having like a good time, just us. And it was just so much fun. Even when he like got down on the knee and I said yes, like all I heard was cheering and like clapping, and I turned around and like everyone was there, and I was like, oh hello. And it was really sweet. Like it felt like a proper moment, and people come up to me like, oh my God, like, you know, I've never seen an engagement in real life. And I was like, I don't think I have. Just so beautiful, it was perfect. And my partner basically was saying he wanted to do the private dinner, and he was going to do it at the private dinner, and that's how he was going to engage, and that's why he was so upset. I was like, oh, don't be silly, like, you know, this was still perfect, like this moment was perfect. He did say he was going to pay like $800 for a scuba diver to come down in the underwater restaurant with like a sign saying, will you marry me? But I think he was trying to gauge what I would say about the money, because he said something about, oh, the private dinner was $800, and I said, no, leave that, like that's way too much. Like we're gonna go to the underwater restaurant, like we don't need to pay, we've already paid how much to come here, and then to pay like over $1,000, like whatever. I was like, no. But he really wanted to do it, but I think he sort of like listened to me, and like, and then he just like, he knows I love sunsets as well, so it was perfect to me, like in the sunset. It feels weird, like I woke up the next day and I just felt different. And I know that sounds silly, but like I just felt different. I just felt like, wow, okay, like this is me, like this is my life. I've got a ring on my finger, like, you know, and now it's all wedding planning. So now it's just starting to plan a wedding, and it's just really exciting, really exciting. So I wanted to share it with you guys because obviously you guys are my YouTube family, and I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll leave you with some pictures and the video. So yeah, bye guys.